People couldn't take a woman wearing only a pajama top and spoke seductively to her TV viewers back in the 1950s. In 1954, Gloria Paul, a former Las Vegas showgirl, created a persona named Voluptua. On KABC TV in Los Angeles, the self-proclaimed living goddess of love aired a late-night show dedicated to romantic films. The show was a spin-off of a similar late-night program hosted by a figure named Vampira and centered on horror films. Senta Berger was born in Vienna, Austria in 1941 to musician Joseph Berger and schoolteacher Therese Berger. She began performing with her father when she was 4 years old, singing as he played the piano, and taking dance lessons when she was 5. She began performing at age 14 and dropped out of school when she was 16. In 1957, director Willy Forst discovered her, and she went on to attend the Max Reinhardt Seminar after playing a modest film role. In 1958, she became the youngest member of the Vienna Theater in Josefstadt. Director Bernhard Wicki and producer Artur Brauner cast her in The Good Soldier, which led to other parts. Berger relocated to Hollywood in 1962, where he co-starred with Charlton Heston, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and others. She returned to Europe in 1969 and starred in Italian productions. Jane Greer played opposite Robert Mitchum in the famous film Noir Out of the Past, and the film's success helped her gain a spot on the cover. The picture marked the end of a career that included aspects of a noir story. The actress, born Betty Jane Greer, was one of 3 women modeling uniforms for the WAACs, a new all-female military force. She acquired a modeling job since her mother worked for the War Department. The extremely businesslike photo contained in this article isn't the type of photo you'd expect to attract a young woman's eye, but it was on singer Rudy Valle's mind. According to the magazine, Valle attempted unsuccessfully to remove Miss Greer's address from the magazines. Julie Christie, a lovely British actress, won an Oscar in 1966 for her portrayal in Darling and became known as the anti-goddess due to her tomboyish attitude. She appeared on the cover of a magazine while filming Fahrenheit 451 with Francois Truffaut. Despite her initial hesitation to marry, she married journalist Duncan Campbell in 2008. Christie's passion to her work shone through, gaining her accolades from both peers and reviewers. The photographs capture the actress's essence at this critical point in her career. Angela Lansbury, who died at the age of 96 on October 11, 2022, was best known for her role in the television series Murder, She Wrote. She also had a tremendous career on stage and cinema, earning numerous award nominations and distinctions. Lansbury appeared in several memorable picture assignments, including elegant outfits for films like The Harvey Girls and period costumes for The Court Jester. Lansbury, known for her expressive eyes, enthralled audiences over the course of her long and successful career. Tina Louise, well known for her role as Ginger Grant on Gilligan's Island, will always be remembered as a movie star on the popular comedy. The show, which aired from 1964 to 1967, became even more successful in the 1970s and 1980s as a syndicated series. Prior to her memorable appearance, Louise was profiled in the magazine as a young woman appreciated for her glamour and brilliance, capturing the attention of many people. In a 1953 shot, famed photographer Nina Lynn captured Louise's incredible night, first backstage at a Broadway musical revue, and later at the debutante ball at the Waldorf Astoria in Manhattan. Janet Leigh, like Marilyn Monroe, was a movie star and a stunning blonde with a celebrity spouse. Although Leigh is not as famous as Marilyn, he has appeared in some memorable films. She was born in 1927, began acting at the age of 18, and made her film debut in 1947. She received increased notice after marrying Tony Curtis and appeared on the cover of Life in 1951. Throughout her career, she has played prominent roles in films, including Psycho and Touch of Evil. These photographs highlight many stages in her life, including her wedding, the birth of her children, and her relationships with prominent personalities such as Ted Kennedy. Betty White, an iconic actress who passed away on December 31, 2021, just short of her 100th birthday, had a career that spanned over 80 years. She entered the entertainment industry during a time when Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, and Lindbergh's flight were notable events. Throughout the turbulent decades, White defied the odds of the unpredictable show business industry and remained active and relevant. Unlike other long-standing icons who became viewed as relics, White retained her popularity and appealed to multiple generations. Each age demographic had their own version of Betty White, from her sitcom roles in the 50s and 70s to her iconic role in The Golden Girls. In the 21st century, she continued to delight audiences with various roles and appearances, including hosting Saturday Night Live. White's enduring appeal could be attributed to her distinct Betty Whiteness, her heart-shaped face, warm voice, and relentless good cheer. She faced personal loss but advised others to cherish the memories and remain grateful for the years they had. White's humor was also a defining characteristic, with her witty and sometimes risque remarks surprising and delighting audiences. Jane Fonda's appearances in Life magazine from 1960 to 1971 showcase her journey as an actress finding her voice. In 1960, she made her debut on the cover of Life alongside her famous father, Henry Fonda, receiving praise as a versatile actress. Despite her first film, Tall Story, not making a big impact, Jane Fonda continued to be featured in Life, including during her marriage to director Roger Vadim. The magazine highlighted her performance in the cult classic Barbarella and her activism, although not always with enthusiasm. Fonda's evolution continued in the 1980s, with her reinvention as a workout guru and later her marriages to activist Tom Hayden and media mogul Ted Turner. Throughout, her acting career has remained consistent, with her current role in the Netflix series Grace and Frankie receiving critical acclaim. Julie Newmar is best recognized for her portrayal as Catwoman in the 1960s television series Batman. However, she had already established herself on theater and cinema before this memorable portrayal. Newmar frequently portrayed the lovely woman who charmed men with her sheer presence on stage and screen. She demonstrated this talent in a variety of acts filmed on live cameras. She played the legendary character Stupefying Jones in the Broadway musical Lil Abner back in 1956. She won a Tony Award 2 years later for her performance as the alluring Katrin Sveg in the comedy The Marriage Go-Round. In 1961, she played Lola in the film Damn Yankees. Throughout her career, Newmar perfected the art of seduction, making men nervous in her company. Audrey Hepburn, a 24-year-old waif, had only one notable film role, in 1953's Roman Holiday. She was not yet a household name and was difficult to classify in Hollywood. The photographer spent a day with Hepburn, documenting her in her daily life rather than flashy events or in front of the camera. The picture story focused on her daily work routine, which included ballet practice and preparation for the production of Sabrina. Despite doubts about her future career, Hepburn went on to become one of the 20th century's most recognizable stars. Shaw anticipated that her remarkable talent and dedication to her job would propel her to long-term success.